Sweet. It's probably a lot better. Alright, so I'm going to try this out. I was trying hard earlier and I sucked at it, so I'm going to do normal. Ooh, good start. Oh, are you shitting? Okay, so Dark Bum is one of the best defensive items in the game. He converts red hearts that drop into items the devil gives you. And the devil deal items are typically some of the best items in the game. Oh, good lord. Okay, so this is turning out to be a fantastic run so far. Okay. Right, so Devil Deal items are typically really good. The Dark Bomb is probably one of the best ways to get soul hearts in the game. That's the blue hearts you see in the top left. The meta strategy of this game is that you usually want to have almost all blue hearts, or primarily blue hearts, because you can't get red hearts if you're already full of them, but you can always get more blue hearts up to the max. So there's really no benefit in having a ton of red hearts, but there's a great benefit if you have a ton of blue hearts. This item's pretty bad, so I'm going to use the D6 to re-roll it. And I got butt bombs, which aren't terribly great either, but I like them better than the other one I had. Mr. Mega, I think is what it was. I'm going to have to check the audio on this later, because I actually don't have any clue how good this sounds. You can see right there he picked up a red heart. He tends to get like a slightly more than 1-to-1 ratio, so you'll need to have him pick up more and more hearts to get you better stuff as the game goes on. I could use these little blobs to try and get stuff out of these pots, but not really too concerned. I already have a really, really strong start getting Dark Bum and the Mark almost immediately, which are honestly two of the best items you could get at the start of the game. Yeah, this is probably one of my favorite games. I've got about 200 hours on record with this, and about 50 hours of the original Binding of Isaac. It doesn't include, probably about the 10 hours or so that I put in on the 3DS version, so this just really feels good to play, the reaction to everything you do is really spot on. It definitely rewards skill as you kind of continue to learn and progress in the game, and it just, I don't know, it's one of those games I can just pick up and play for about 30 or 40 minutes and then, not worry about if I win or lose, just kind of have fun with it. It's like a really good arcade game in a way. Because I have a lot of bombs, I'm going to blow those up because those pots tend to have coins or cards or just generally good stuff in them, so since I have excess bombs, I'm going to use that to get a couple extra items. Now I did get I think it's Basement XL, Cellars XL, I don't really remember, but that means that it's 2 floors in one, so I have 2 bosses, 2 item rooms, everything all in one. Typically I think people don't like these, because reasons. I know especially, I think actually the reason people don't like them is you don't get a devil deal. Oh shit. Devil deal on these if you happen to get them, so I can see why people wouldn't want them, because, like I said, devil deals are some of the best items in the game. Oh, my you son of a bitch! Ah, damn it. I was gonna try and get that. Oh, Jesus. I'm just getting better and better items this run. I actually don't know what killed him, because I didn't hit him. So a lot of these bosses I've just memorized by now, because I've played so much. Pin's probably one of the more annoying first floor bosses, because most of the time you can't hit him. Oh, you can get a devil deal room, cool. The screw is pretty good, so I'll grab that. Let's see what I get in my devil room. The shovel's terrible. Well, I guess it's good for speedruns, so I don't want it. I will take Contract from Below, because that means I'm going to get more red hearts, which means I don't want that either. The more red hearts I get, the more soul hearts I'll get through use of Dark Bum. So trying to monopolize on how many of those I get is kind of critical. So I found the secret room here. You can kind of tell, I guess I can't point to my monitor, but You can kind of tell where the secret room is just by looking at the map. It's usually the room that's adjacent to the most other rooms, as well as it's typically adjacent to the shop. So if you see something on the map that looks like that, it's usually worth bombing, because chances are you're going to get the secret room that has a lot of money, shit, and other stuff. So secret rooms are a really good way to increase your odds of winning on a particular... Oh, this is why I always get contract from below. You get so much stuff, and it just really helps. Oh no. Got a little dookie pill there. Made me bad. Don't care about a single bomb. I'm really still surprised that I got Dark Bum in the very beginning. That's like, just pretty much sets the tone for the whole run. Get some of that. Get that heart. That's pretty good. I don't remember what that is. It's really shit, though. It'd have to be a really good spacebar activated item for me to consider picking it up right now, because the D6 essentially just lets you cherry pick away the bad items you get from bosses and treasure rooms, so chances are I'm not going to pick up anything that activates with a spacebar unless it's really, really good or like really situational. I might pick it up and use it once, but chances are I'm not going to... Oh, hey. Chances are I'm not going to keep anything that I get from there. Damn it! These challenge rooms are almost always worth going into because they're pretty easy, and I think I can drop this if I hold control. I guess not. Whatever. Okay, so this is an interesting room. So you might walk in and think, hey, there's nothing here. Just actually blow those little dead dudes up, and you can see they have spiders or money in them. Typically isn't really worth it, I would say, because you don't really get anything amazing out of them, but whatever. What else can I talk about? Little pink worm is a champion worm. It just means he has more health and some sort of special ability. I got an... Okay. Oh shit, I killed it. I was gonna say, I really love the sound effect they added for those bullet worms. It's kind of noise. It's just really satisfying. I don't know why. Cool. My D6 is recharged, so I'm gonna go back to that treasure room I passed earlier and use the D6 to... What the D6 does is it re-rolls an item into a different... Ooh. Forever Alone Attack Fly, that's pretty good. It re-rolls an item into a different item of that same item pool, so in that case I had a really crappy treasure room item, and I used the D6 to give me, I guess, arguably something better. I'm gonna open this up. I typically... Ooh. See, now if I get Brimstone, that would be worth dropping my D6 for, because... Let's grab this. Quicker charge. Then let's re-roll it. That sucks. Let's re-roll again. Apparently you can only do it once. I'm pretty new to having the D6, so I haven't quite learned everything it can do. I don't remember what I was saying. I think I was saying if I found Brimstone, I would use it over the D6, because Brimstone with Tammy's Head is, I mean, arguably an instant win to the game. Like, you'll just clear through most rooms in a second, so... There's really... If you can get both of those to get... I don't want more ranged... Ooh, Luck of the Jaw's good. I don't want more ranged down cards. That's kind of shit. Ooh, God damn it. Yeah, I'm still pretty bad at this game, honestly. I think I have a lot of hours in it, but I admit that I'm still very much an amateur at a lot of it. Fun fact, the reason I got damaged the second time there is because I had my hand off the keyboard to scratch my nose, and I didn't move fast enough. Pestilence is kind of a fun boss, because if you just kind of stand next to the things he summons, a lot of the time he'll just kill them himself. I guess if I was smart, I would have kept the, the, what do you call it, the battery I picked up earlier for there, but oh well. So far, this is a pretty good run. I'm a little low on health, but I have a lot of good damage items. And, I mean, Dark Bum, honestly, if I can start to get ahead on health, he'll pretty much keep me alive for the rest of the run. Fuck these little assholes right here. These are one of the most annoying enemies in the game, in my opinion. Not because they're hard to deal with on their own. You know, they just hop around and they do a little... Say something cool. So he can pick up those 2 hearts and I can just lead him over here. See, he fucking drops a spider, you worthless piece of garbage. But those little greed heads are annoying, not on their own. But when you put them with other stuff, they can be really obnoxious because they have a tendency to just spit bullets at a really inopportune... Oh, that's really good. Oh no, it's Krampus. Krampus is a secret boss you unlock in the Devil Room. Somehow, I don't honestly remember how to get him. He's really stupid. I think most players don't want Krampus on a typical run because you don't get the usual Devil Room drops. You get 1 of 2 pretty shitty items. He has like one of the worst spacebar activated items now, I think. And he also has a pretty... goddamn. A pretty bad... He has a pretty bad passive item, which is what I just dropped. Or re-rolled, was the lump of coal, which... It does something where like the farther your bullets go, the more damage they do. It's just not very good, honestly. This is pretty bad. Not gonna lie. Things went from going pretty good to pretty downhill quickly. I'm gonna try and blow up these mushrooms because they tend to have good stuff in them. So I'm gonna be a little quiet here because I'm trying not to die what was otherwise a really solid beginning of a run. I don't really know where I went wrong here because I was doing so good. We got from a Wheel of Fortune. So I don't actually want any more Wheels of Fortune. What I want to do is blow them up. Because they tend to have... I was hoping they drop hearts. Justice is really good. I'm going to steal that heart from Dark Bum before you can use it. I was actually really hoping this would be a normal shop. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, I'm down. Well, that was me dying in Binding of Isaac. So much for that. Well, that was a fun stream. Thanks, everybody.